Hey, what's up, man? Gary Walker here with liveanabolic.com. All right, got a really cool video for you today, how to lift less weight and build more muscle. Most people tell you it can't be done. That's basically what you've been told. I've been told most of my life growing up. To build muscle, you have to be extremely strong. You have to lift as heavy as possible. However, that is only when you first start weight training, all right? Because here's what happens. When you get older, you got natural wear and tear in your joints. You don't need to lift really heavy, all right? You never really need to lift heavy. It kind of depends on what your goals are. If your goal is to be the strongest man in the world, be a power lifter, then guess what? You need to lift a lot of heavy weight. And that's gonna take its toll on your body though. Your body is gonna be broken down, beaten up, and it's hard to recover from those workouts, especially when you get older. I've been working out since 1987, so I've been doing this a long time, man. So I started out heavy, started out lighter, started out experimenting with this and that, learning, reading, studying, learning about hypertrophy, how it is completely opposite, completely different from strength. All right, and as I got older, I still continue to ego lift, unfortunately. I've been personal training since 1992. So I've been training clients for years, and I've been one of those over time that do what I say, not what I do, because I've been guilty of being an ego lifter in my 20s and even early 30s, man. People get fascinated when they see you lifting heavy weight. As a trainer, as someone that studies this constantly and have had tons of years of studying all the way up until my 30s, all right? I'm 32 years old, I'm at the gym, and I'd been studying, like I said, since 87. I started working out. 92, I started training, studied at university, had a lot of certifications. I've got a lot of education, but that doesn't matter. Your mentality as a man is to prove to other people that you're strong, that you can lift a lot of heavy ass weight. No need to do it, however, it's just proving a point. All right, so I used to do that a lot, and guess what? My shoulders took a beating, my back, my hips, my knees, my elbows. I mean, I've had so many different inflammations, so many different injuries across my joints. Never broke a bone, never anything like that, never tore a muscle. So I've been fortunate because although I'm ego lifting, I'm smart about what I do. And I know to listen to my body, which is something I want you to get used to as well. Learn to listen to your body and not necessarily just the muscle, because muscle, guess what? It's gonna get full of lactic acid. It's gonna burn, man. It's gonna hurt like hell when you're working out, especially some of the hypertrophy training. However, listen to your joints. If something doesn't feel right, then don't do it. There's something you're probably doing wrong with that lift. All right, so basically all that being said, doing all of that in my early 30s, mid 30s led to a lot of injuries, led to me developing my TriCon training. So I utilized a lot of what I learned over the years with certain clients of mine that basically either rehab from injuries or clients that wanted to just put on a lot of mass for bodybuilding competitions. When you're training to be a bodybuilder, it's completely opposite from those training to be a strongman competitor, all right? Same with if you look at the Olympic weightlifters, there's some really tiny dudes that are extremely strong, because at the end of the day, their goal is to build strength and they can't gain any weight. They don't need to gain weight because that's gonna put them into a tougher category, a heavier category. So they train specifically for strength. So that shows you heavy strength training doesn't equate to hypertrophy or building muscle. All right, so going back to my TriCon training, triple contraction training. The eccentric is the stretching phase of the muscle. For instance, taking a bench press. You're starting up here. When you're lowering the weight, you're stretching your chest. That's the eccentric contraction. When you push the weight up, you're shortening the pecs. That's the concentric contraction, all right? Now, the contraction within a specific range of motion without movement, basically meaning if you're just holding the weight here, you've got all the weight and you're just holding it at the mid-range. You're not shortening the pecs, you're not lengthening the pecs with the stretch, you're just maintaining the status quo with the pecs. That's an isometric contraction. Isometric contractions are great for strength, for injury rehabilitation, and time under tension, which is one of the vital components of building muscle. So I developed my TriCon training by utilizing all 3 different contractions. And it took a while. It took a few years to actually figure out exactly how I wanted to do it. And I did it with different clients. I did it on myself, tested a few different numbers, a few different rep schemes, and I finally came up with my TriCon system. So basically, all that being said, man, TriCon is great for older men because you still want to build muscle, but you don't want to damage your joints. Your joints are already damaged naturally from just years of wear and tear. You may not feel any of the damage yet, but there's a lot of wear and tear there. They're no longer extremely healthy joints. So basically what I wanted to do is allow you to build muscle without requiring a ton of weight, because the more weight you lift, the more you're putting on your joints, your shoulders, your elbows, your wrists, your hips, all of those things, all right, your knees. Anytime you're doing heavy weights, then joints are getting the brunt of all of the weight. So basically, all that being said, I didn't want this video to be that long, man, but basically what we're gonna do is I'm gonna give you a workout, full body workout that you can do to build muscle. Build muscle and using light weight. So basically what we're doing with this workout is straight up dumbbells, man. You don't need barbells. If you have access to barbells, you can do a lot of these same things with barbells. I've developed TriCon Training to be done with machines, to be done with barbells, to be done with actual bands, resistance bands, and dumbbells. So even body weight TriCon sets. So I developed it to where you can build muscle without injuring your shoulders, without injuring your knees and your back, all right? All that being said, man, let's get into the first exercise. First exercise, let me explain this real quick. TriCon set is 9 reps, all right? There's 3 different rep cadences within that 9 reps. The first 3 reps in the TriCon set, it's always gonna be the same, 3 explosive. So you're gonna control the eccentric phase of the lift and you explode the weight up. Whether that be a squat, a bench press, a shoulder press, you're exploding the weight up. It's explosive. That is designed to activate your central nervous system, get those muscles firing, and get everything primed and ready to go. All right, so you're doing 3 sets, or 3 reps that are explosive. The next 3 are where the isometrics come in. So you're gonna do 3 10-second holds. Here's the thing. You're basically wanting to hold, most of these with dumbbells are gonna be at the mid-range of the movement. So you'll see throughout these exercises where the holds are gonna be most optimized, okay? So that's the next 3. Next 3 reps are 10-second isometric holds, and then your last 3 are full range of motion, super slow reps. When I say super slow, I basically mean 4-second cadence on the way down, 4 seconds on the way up, that's 1. 4 seconds down, 4 seconds up, that's 2. It's not super slow, but it's a slow and controlled cadence. And when your muscles are already on fire, man, it's enough to really get that lactic acid and that blood flow going. All right, so first exercise, we're doing a squat exercise. And for this workout, you're gonna be utilizing a goblet squat. I like the goblet squat when you're doing TriCon sets. One of the other benefits, other than just working your actual legs and your glutes and your hips, is you're working your core as well. You're having to stabilize that weight. So a couple things to notice, I'm keeping the weight as close to my body as possible. You can use a dumbbell. I've got dumbbells that you're gonna be seeing throughout these videos, or you can use a medicine ball or a kettlebell, just some form of resistance, all right? But the main thing with the resistance, keep it close to your body. You'll notice wide stance and rotating my toes out slightly and hinging at the hips. That's how you're always going to drop when you're getting into a squat position. You break at the hips first, get your glutes back, and then you start sinking down into your squat. All right, from there, maintain as upright of a torso as possible. That being said, we all have different mobilities in our ankles that are gonna lead to a lot more forward posture for some. Also lack of mobility in the hips and long femurs for really tall people, all right? So we're all built different and we have different mobilities and flexibility issues. So that being said, the main thing I want you to focus on is keeping your core extremely tight, keep your abs tight, keep your core engaged, and keep your spine and neck rigid and the weight close to your body. Doing that, sink down, explode up, sink again, explode up. So you saw the 3 explosive reps. Then you're gonna get into the mid-range isometric hold. So the mid-range may be a little different for you. I can get pretty deep with my squats. So I'm taking these pretty much close to a 90-degree angle with my knees. That's my mid-range, all right? If you can't get that low, then don't worry about it. Get as low as you can without dropping all the way at the bottom to where you lose tension. I'm not sinking ass to grass, because if I do that, then I'm basically resting at the bottom with the isometric holds. You want to be to where your quads are firing constantly. So you should be feeling the quadriceps quite a bit when you're in the isometric hold position. 10 seconds, come back up to the top, another isometric hold for 10 seconds, come back to the top, another isometric hold. So doing your 3 isometric holds and then your 3 super slow reps to finish. All right, once you're done with your goblet squat, now we're gonna do a back exercise. I actually like the chest supported back row, especially when you're doing TriCon sets. I like the chest supported portion of this because it's gonna help support your lower back. So I like a bench with an incline setting, about a 45-degree incline setting. And when you're working your back, you always want to lead with the elbows. So basically, I like to relax my grip slightly. I don't want to crush the dumbbells when I'm doing this. It's more of a relaxed grip and allow my lats to do all the work. So by doing that, you basically get your elbows, and your elbows are the drivers, all the way back as far as possible and explosively. Explode the first rep, nice and slow on the way down, allowing the lats to stretch. Explode again, allow the lats to stretch, and explode a third time. After your 3 explosive, what I like to do with this version of the chest supported row, I like to hold this a little more than mid-range. You'll notice I've got my elbows driven all the way back, and I'm really focusing on contracting my lats. Squeeze that mid back together as hard as possible for all 10 seconds. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, a full 10 seconds, all right? Then you're going to slowly lower back to the stretched position, and same thing, man, drive it back again, and then hold in that top position. 1001, 1002, 1003. So make sure you're doing your 3 10-second isometric holds here, and then you're gonna go into your 3 super slow full range of motion reps, all right? 4-second cadence going down in the stretch position, and then all the way 4 seconds back as high as you can possibly drive those elbows up. Focus on that contraction. So that's your 9 reps with the chest supported row. From there, we're doing some chest work. All right, so we're gonna do a dumbbell chest press, dumbbell bench press. Basically what you're doing here, all of this, you should be using weight that is as heavy as possible. I'm demonstrating with some fairly light weight because I still want to be able to show you how to execute everything perfectly, all right? But use as heavy a weight as you can do all of these sets with, all right? So basically what you're gonna do here, nice full stretch, and then explode that weight up to the top. Nice full stretch, nice and slow. Explode it back up to the top again, and then you do your 3rd explosive rep. After that, you'll notice this is a true mid-range for me. So you want the dumbbells to actually be out wide, okay? Focus on stretching your chest. Stretch your chest, get those scapulas squeezed together, your shoulder blades. By doing that, it's gonna help open up that chest a little bit, and then hold right at the mid-range here. 1001, 1002. If you take it too deep, then it's gonna be placing a lot more stress on your shoulders. All right, so you wanna make sure you're about mid-range here. 10 full seconds, take that weight back up to the top, and don't just push the weight up, contract the weight up, meaning feel your chest flexing on the way up each time you do this. All right, once it's flexed at the top, stretch back down again to that mid-range and hold for another 10 seconds. 1001, 1002, 1003. All right, so once again, just like all of the TriCon sets, you're gonna do your 3 10-second isometric holds, and then go back to the top, and then you get into your full range of motion, super slow reps again. All right, 4 seconds all the way down. Stretch as much as you can comfortably stretch. That being said, going back to the mobility again, you may have really tight shoulders, and if you go too deep with the dumbbells, then you may feel it more in your shoulder. So if that's the case, don't take it that low down to the ground, all right? Just go within your comfortable mobility. So basically get a good chest stretch as deep as you can, and then drive back up in 4 seconds. 4 seconds down, 4 seconds up. All right, now that you've done your chest exercise, we've hit legs, we've hit back, we've hit chest. Now we're going shoulders. I like to do the seated overhead shoulder press. So you can do these standing, but you'll notice one thing with the TriCon sets, especially being new to these, if you haven't done these before, is I like you to support your lower back when you can, which is why we did the chest supported back row. Now we're doing a supported, a seated overhead press. The seat is going to allow you to support your lower back and just focus on using your delts for the dumbbells. All right, so once again, explode the dumbbells up to the top. Bring them down nice and slow, nice full stretch. Explode back to the top again, all the way, nice stretch down, and explode back for that third rep. All right, from here, you're gonna notice I'm gonna sink down into the mid-range again. Mid-range, and really focus on keeping these wide as well. All right, if you keep the dumbbells too close to your body, then you're actually gonna be using your triceps a little bit more than you want to. So by extending out wide to the side of your body, that's actually gonna place more stress on your shoulders, the shoulder muscle, not the joint. So that's the goal here. You wanna really focus on building these deltoids, your shoulders. So 10-second hold, all the way back to the top, another 10-second hold, back to the top, and then do your third 10-second hold. All right, from there, then you're gonna do your 3 full range of motion all the way to the top, 4 seconds, all the way down, full stretch for 4 seconds. Do that 2 more times. And then you are done with your shoulders. From here, you're almost done, man. From here, we're going into a bicep curl. So dumbbell bicep curls, these are really cool exercises for your biceps. I like TriCon dumbbell curls. So basically same thing, keep your shoulders back though. A lot of people tend to round their shoulders forward. Keep the chest out, shoulders back, keep the elbows pinned to your side. All right, explode the weight up, drop it down slow, explode it back up, nice full stretch of the biceps on the way down, and explode the third time. Then I'm getting down into the 90-degree mid-range position. You can see my 90-degree position. That is perfect for this. Basically, you wanna make sure your elbows are right into your sides though. If they're too far in front of your body, that's gonna take a little bit more tension off of your biceps. Actually gonna place it on your front delt, your anterior delts, and your shoulders are gonna start burning. So again, keep those shoulders back, chest out. That's gonna take those shoulders out of the movement and place all the stress and tension on your biceps. So 10-second hold, then you're gonna do your second 10-second hold, you're gonna get into your third 10-second hold, and then you're gonna do your 3 full range of motion, super slow reps. All right, 4 seconds down, full stretch, 4 seconds up, full contraction. Really contract those biceps as hard as possible. All right, the last exercise, man, in this workout. I know this is a long video, but the workout itself isn't quite as long, and it's a tremendous workout, man. But the last one is going to annihilate. We're gonna really place a lot of tension on your triceps, but you gotta do it right, okay? This is a close grip dumbbell press. What I mean by doing it right is don't stretch your chest at the bottom of the lift. Basically, you'll notice I've got the dumbbells close to my body, and I'm rotating my elbows in towards my body. They're not out away, which is what you're gonna do in a bench press. That's going to stretch your chest. When you rotate those elbows in, keep them tight to your body, then you're basically just bending at the elbow when you lower, okay? Your focus is on bending at the elbow when you're bringing the dumbbells towards your chest, as opposed to bending and stretching the shoulder joint. It's a more elbow stretch, okay, than shoulder stretch. Doing that is going to create stress and tension in your tricep, which is the goal with this close grip dumbbell press. All right, so nice, good stretch. And from that stretch position, explode the weight back up, almost like you're doing an extension. You're not pushing it up like you would be doing a bicep or a bench press. You're extending it up like you would be doing more of a skull crusher or something like that, all right? And then again, nice stretch and nice explosive contraction again. 3 explosive contractions, and then you're gonna get into your hold here. So the hold here, the mid-range is a little bit tricky because again, it depends on your shoulder mobility because you don't want to feel any of this stress in your chest. It should be all triceps. So again, really focus on stretching the triceps by bending at the elbow when you're doing this. And once you're bent about a mid-range position, hold that for 10 seconds, then fully contract, hold that again for another 10 seconds at the mid-range, do that 3 times. After your third, then you're doing your last 3 reps, man, which is the full range of motion, 4 seconds up, 4 seconds down, 4 seconds up, 4 seconds down. All right, man, that is the actual workout. Basically what you wanna do, these are 9 reps. My TriCon sets are gonna be 9 reps. So I'd like you to shoot for 3 sets. So you can do these either way, depending on if you're doing them at the gym or if you're doing them at your house. If you're at home, then I would recommend you do this as a giant set, meaning go straight from the goblet squat to the chest supported row to the dumbbell bench press, all right? Go back to back to back. Go through all of those without resting in between. And then you'll repeat that a couple times to do your 3 sets. That's a little bit more difficult if you're doing this at the gym. I realize that because you're gonna be moving all over the place. So if you're working out at the gym, the way I recommend these is do your goblet squat, rest 60 seconds, do your second set of goblet squats. Rest another 60 seconds, do your third set of goblet squats. All right, once you're done with goblet squats, then you're gonna move on to your next exercise. So I recommend that at the gym. It makes more sense, it's more convenient. It allows you to get through quicker and not having to work around a lot of different people. Also, when I say 60-second rest, if you're struggling with that, then it's okay to bump it up to 90 seconds, especially if you're new to this. It's still not gonna be a long workout, it's a full body workout, and you will get tremendous results. And again, you're gonna be lifting a lot less weight. You're gonna realize it's not gonna take a lot, man. If you've never done TriCon training, you're gonna be shocked at how little weight you're gonna be lifting, but you're gonna be amazed at how big a pump you have, how much stress you're placing within that muscle, which is what you want. That's gonna help with that muscular stress, that muscular damage. So it's gonna help build more muscle, all right? That time under tension. All those things that are optimal for building more muscle, but you're gonna be doing it with less weight, so you're gonna be saving your joints. So you're gonna be able to work out a lot longer, which is gonna be a lot better. You're gonna be able to work out longer without feeling like crap. Because the last thing I want you to do is work out for years, but can barely move. All right, because you've worked out the wrong way. You've lifted too heavy. You've damaged your joints and you don't feel good ever. I want you to feel great. I want your joints to feel great. I want you to feel younger and more vibrant and youthful, which is what you're going to do if you work out this way. But all right, man, that being said, if you got any questions about any of these exercises, comment below, let me know. Also, if you got any questions about my TriCon training, man, comment about that as well. Other than that, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. And man, get busy, get after it, and God bless.